of it can be explained by luck. Some of it can be explained by just being in the right place at the right time. Some of it could be explained scientifically. They just knew the characteristics of these lodes. They knew that in the crevices of deep rivers you might find it. But a certain part of it too is they had a mindset that enabled them to get onto that lode. I want you to get onto the lode. I want you not just to have a gold mine, I want you to have a gold mind. I want you to be able to tap into this wherever you are and whenever you feel like it, so that you can create more wealth than you know how to spend. Because that is the real secret. If you can earn more money than you care to spend, then you are set for life. One of my great mentors is a man called Buckminster Fuller. Some of you will have heard of him. He's a brilliant man. He's got more patents to his name than anyone else on this planet. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. Just a little while ago that he would have turned 100. He invented many things, the geodesic dome, the Dymaxion map. There's even an element named after him. It's called Buckminster Fullerene. It's quite a long name. But it was named after him because the shape that this element appears in is very much like his geodesic domes. Anyway, it was Buckminster Fuller who said that your wealth is the number of days that you can live if you lost your job today. And that's a question I want to pose to you right now. If you lost your job right now, how long could you survive financially before you simply ran out of money? Do you have $5,000 in the bank and your monthly expenses are $1,000? In other words, you could survive 5 months and then you'd be depleted. You'd have to go to family or friends and say, help me out, I've run out of cash. And if that's the case, I would say you're living on the edge, literally. Whereas if you earn more than you spend, if your monthly spend is, say, $6,000 a month, but you're earning $12,000 a month without working for it, this is passively, then you could go on forever. And I tell you, when you achieve that state, when you achieve that position of earning more than you spend, then suddenly the world changes, because then you can sit back and say, what is it that I really want to do today? And it might be that you want to do something purely for pleasure, and it could be that you want to create another source of passive income. Doesn't matter though, you've got that freedom. So this course is all about giving you the power to create wealth for yourself. Now, maybe financial wealth, so that you have more passive income than you have outgoings. Of course, there's a bit of an anomaly there that we have to take account of, and that is there's this phenomenon of expenditure creep. As you get more and more wealthy, you suddenly think you need more things. When you're poor, your dream might be to have a bicycle so that you can bike to work instead of walking to work. But once you've got 2 cars, then you think, well, I wish I were rich because then I could get a Ferrari. And of course, when you have the Ferrari, then you want to keep up with your new neighbors, and you need your own private little jet. So you've got to be careful of that, and we'll address that later on. But here's the whole point. Once you have the ability to attract these things to you, your life will never be the same. And that's what this course is all about. It's giving you the tools that you need to be able to achieve whatever wealth means for you. And the interesting thing is, when I started incorporating all these concepts into my real estate teachings, suddenly the success rate of my students, their ability to make $1 million within a year or two, went from 3 to 4% to over 80%. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very happy about that. I'm mostly excited for the participants because, of course, they come to these courses to learn how to get wealthy through real estate. I've since learned that when people apply the concepts that we'll be presenting in this course, that it can be applied to anything other than real estate as well. In other words, it will help you get wealthy in many ways. To wrap up this session, I just want to share with you some of the notions about what it means to be wealthy. It's not necessarily financial wealth. There are many aspects of wealth that we can touch on which have nothing to do with money at all. For instance, what good would it be to have $50 million if you're alone and miserable and no one likes you and you've got no interests in life? Or, to use that cliche saying, what's the point of being the richest person in the cemetery? We've got wealth in a whole range of things. I would say that financial wealth is secondary or even tertiary to things like having your family around you.